In the United States, owning this car wasn't just expensive, it was a felony. For 25 years, the Nissan Skyline GT-R R34 was a ghost. We saw it in video games, we saw it in movies, but we couldn't touch it. The government said it was banned for safety regulations. They said it didn't meet crash standards. Technically, they were right, but the real reason we couldn't have it wasn't safety, it was fear. While BMW was obsessing over feeling and soul, Nissan engineers asked a different question. What if we just cheated? They built a car that could think faster than you, a car that could fix your mistakes before you even made them. They called it Godzilla. But that's a cute nickname for what this actually was. This was the death of the analog driver and the birth of the digital age. 1999. Nissan unveils the R34 GT-R at the Tokyo Motor Show. The automotive world looks at the spec sheet and laughs. 280 horsepower. That's what Nissan claimed. A gentleman's agreement among Japanese manufacturers to never advertise more than 280. But dyno tests told a different story. 320 at the crank, closer to 330 in some models. They lied about the power because the real number would have terrified regulators. The RB26 twin turbo. Inline 6 wasn't the most powerful engine in the world, but it was the most honest. Twin ceramic turbos meant no lag, no waiting. You touched the throttle and 400 pound-feet of torque arrived instantly. But the engine wasn't the secret weapon. The secret was what happened between the engine and the wheels. ATTESA E-TS Pro, advanced total traction engineering system for all terrain. It sounds like marketing jargon. It was actually a revolution. Here's what it did. The R34 had a computer brain monitoring 16 different sensors, 50 times per second, wheel speed, steering angle, throttle position, G-forces, yaw rate. It knew what you were doing before you did. In normal driving, it sent 100% of the power to the rear wheels. Let you feel like a hero. Let you think you were in control. The moment it detected slip, it could reroute up to 50% of the torque to the front axle in 0.1 seconds. Faster than human reaction time. Faster than instinct. You'd enter a corner too hot. Your brain would scream. Your hands would tense on the wheel. But the car had already corrected, already compensated, already saved your life. It made average drivers look like professionals. It made professionals look supernatural. On the Nürburgring Nordschleife, the most dangerous racetrack in the world, the R34 GT-R posted a lap time of 7 minutes 59 seconds, under 8 minutes. That made it faster than a Porsche 911 GT3, faster than a Ferrari 360, faster than cars that cost 3 times as much. Japanese magazine Best Motoring put the R34 against Italy's finest, against Germany's precision machines. The Skyline won, not by a little, by margins that didn't make sense. And that's when people started asking questions. The multifunction display was the smoking gun, a digital screen in the center console that showed real-time data, turbo boost pressure, oil temperature, lateral G-forces, lap times. In 1999, this was science fiction. Ferrari didn't have this, Lamborghini didn't have this. The R34 had a racing computer in a street car. Then there was the chassis. While American muscle cars were still using solid axles borrowed from pickup trucks, the GT-R was using suspension geometry from Formula One. No body roll, no flex, just pure mechanical grip. Brembo brakes that could stop from 60 miles per hour in under 100 feet. A 6-speed Getrag transmission that could handle 1,000 horsepower with simple bolt-ons. Tuners looked at the R34 and realized Nissan had built a platform. Not just a car, a foundation. With basic modifications, you could push 500 horsepower. With serious work, 1,000. The engine block could handle it, the transmission could handle it, everything was over-engineered. And all of this for $45,000. A third of what Ferrari wanted for a 360 Modena. So why was it illegal in America? The official story. The R34 GT-R never passed US federal crash safety standards. It didn't have the right side impact beams. The headlights weren't compliant. The emission system didn't meet EPA regulations. But here's the truth. Nissan never tried to certify it. They never submitted it for testing. They never even asked, because they knew what would happen. In the 1990s, import laws in the United States were designed to protect American manufacturers. The 25-year import rule stated that foreign cars had to be 25 years old before they could be legally imported without meeting federal standards. It was called the Imported Vehicle Safety Compliance Act of 1988. It was passed after Mercedes-Benz lobbied Congress because gray market importers were undercutting US dealers. The law was supposed to stop people from importing cheap European luxury cars, but it accidentally banned the most dangerous weapon Japan had ever built. So the R34 became myth. It appeared in Need for Speed. It became the hero car in Too Fast, Too Furious. An entire generation of American kids grew up worshiping a car they couldn't have, and that made it more valuable. By the mid-2000s, illegal R34s were being smuggled into the United States. Containers marked as auto parts. VINs swapped with older legal Skylines. Titles forged. And then the government started crushing them. Homeland Security, ICE, US Customs. They hunted down every illegal R34 they could find, seized them, sent them to scrapyards, turned them into cubes of metal. There's footage of this. A gray R34 GT-R, completely stock, being lifted by a crusher. The hydraulics hiss, the metal groans, and then it compacts. $80,000 erased in 30 seconds. Owners who paid 6 figures for smuggled cars lost everything. No refunds, no appeals, just confiscation and destruction. This went on for years. The R34 wasn't just banned, it was hunted. But here's what the government didn't understand. You can't kill a legend by destroying the machine. You make it stronger. January 2024. The first R34 GT-Rs turned 25 years old. They became legal to import. Prices exploded overnight. $150,000, $200,000. Some Midnight Purple 2 models hit $400,000 at auction. The car that was banned for being too advanced, too fast, too unfair is now one of the most expensive JDM cars in history. And here's the irony. Modern sports cars have everything the R34 had: torque vectoring, launch control, real-time telemetry, digital dashboards. Nissan didn't cheat, they were just early. The R34 GT-R proved that computers could make you faster. It held your hand, it fixed your lines, it made you a superhero. But in America, there was a car that didn't want to be your hero. It didn't have computers, it didn't have traction control, it didn't even have door handles. It didn't want to save you, it wanted to kill you. Click here to see the Widowmaker.